The final game of the regular season is upon us, as we have Levanga Hokkaido hosting ALVARK Tokyo right here at the HOKKAIDO. Good afternoon, basketball fans. This is it, the end of the regular season, and in a few days we will be having the playoffs, or what they call here in the B.LEAGUE, the B.LEAGUE Championship. The fans are out in droves, especially for Hokkaido. As you can see, they have their record at 36-23. They will not be able to make it to the playoffs, missing it by a hair. For ALVARK Tokyo, they need to be able to win this game. As you can see there, they will be making it to the B.LEAGUE Championship via the wild card, no question about that. But the thing is, they are now fighting to be able to get home court advantage. So with a win here, possibly they might get it, but they need some help from some of the other competitors. It was a high-scoring affair yesterday. Look at that. Hokkaido scoring 30 points from the get-go, but then allowing 30-plus points to ALVARK in the second period and 36 points in the fourth. Dwight Ramos there. Felt he got fouled. Referees let that one go. He still nailed the three. Final game of the season for Levanga, and they want to make sure that it's a victory here for all of their hometown fans. But for ALVARK, we talked about the value of this game. They need to be able to get it in order to be able to move on. Well, they are moving on, but to move on a little bit easier, hopefully in the playoffs. 111-104 was our final tally there. Actually, no low-scoring quarter for any of the squads yesterday. But again, as we said, Coach Adomaitis has reminded his boys, this is like a playoff game already. It may make our playoff lives slightly easier with the victory here. As we take a look at his lineup, of course they've got number 9, Shuto Ando, long-time national team member. They have number 0, Brandon Davis, one of their international imports. And you have Kai Taves, NCAA Division 1 player, also a national team stalwart. We got number 11, Sebastian Saiz. We have the starting lineup. They'll begin with number 2, Sota Okura. Number 9, Seiya Ando. Sebastian Saiz, who we just talked about. Of course, number 22, Ryan Rossiter. He's a naturalized Japanese player. And they end up with number 75, Taiki Okasabe. That's him on your screens there. 3&D player. Taiki, 6'2", 27 years old, and hopefully wanted to help lead his team to another victory here, which is their final game, as we said, of the eliminations. Now, we've got the introduction of Levanga Hokkaido.
Next, we are the team. LEVANGA HOKKAIDO! Number 1, Sekiro Kohei! Number 6, Kichi Hiroto! Number 8, Kibayashi! Number 12, Ichima Shuto! Number 14, Hoshino Kyosuke! Number 18, Naito Teruotsuka! Number 29, Mask Hisatake! Number 34, Morizane Kaito! LEVANGA HOKKAIDO starting 5! Number 2, Dwight Lamas! Number 5, Kevin Jones! Number 15, Shimatani! Number 21, Sean Carter! Number 30, Tominaga Kase! LEVANGA HOKKAIDO head coach, Tosan Limo! Go for victory! Go, LEVANGA!
And there is Coach Torsten Lobel, the head coach for LEVANGA HOKKAIDO. Looking forward to making sure that they finish this season with a bang. There are 3 referees, Referee Kato, Referee Uno, and Referee Uchino. Once again, let's go to the starters for both these squads. LEVANGA with Ramos, Jones, Shimatani, Harar, and Tominaga. For ALVARK Tokyo, the visiting squad, this an important matchup for them. They've got Okura, Ando, Saiz, Rossiter, and Okasabe. We're all set. As we said, final game of the season for LEVANGA HOKKAIDO. We're gonna have to wait for quite a while to see their team once again. That'll be in more than a few months. That'll be this coming October, 4th quarter of the year.
5, 4,
There's the countdown.
3, 2, 1.
Tip off!
And LEVANGA HOKKAIDO says, we're gonna have first crack at the basket. We need to make it count. Just like what they did yesterday. But they need some stops as well. Tominaga. Step back? No. What a tip in there from Dwight Ramos. Coming from the dunker spot. 2-0 here for Hokkaido to begin proceedings. Okasabe will go to Saiz. Nice handoffs here. Okura. 3 on the way. Swishes that one. Say Ando is one of the players you just cannot leave open. Quick reply, no. Jones blows the cripple there. The It's a 1-point lead here now for Tokyo at 3-2. We go to Saiz once again, playing point forward. That's it, another three. Ooh, this one just short. That should have been back-to-back three, say Ando. Just a little short on that one, but the defense caught napping there. Seiya Ando just scored on a three. How can you leave him that wide open? As you see, defense going under the screen, which is a very poor decision. They weren't able to score though, so dodging a bullet, an early bullet here. Levanga, Shimatani. Shimatani using that pick. Doesn't get it to Jones. Will go over. Up high still to Dwight. Dwight pocket pass. That hit the legs. Ooh. That looked like a poor call here. It looked like that came off the legs of the defender. But they're not going to challenge, not this early. Not 1 minute into the ball game. Rossiter to the wing. They have to bring it back out. Better spacing here. Tip ball still stays with Tokyo. And foul's going to be called. That will be the first personal foul on Shimatani. Nice quick attack there by Okura. Actually, caught Shimatani off guard. Some early free throws here. Okura on the line. You'll make the first. Nice look there at Kai Taves. He should be in a little bit later on, unless they opt to rest him for the playoffs. 2 points now for Okura. It's a 5-2 advantage. And you know, ALVARK Tokyo plays tough defense. Harrer inside with a big slam. That's a nice curl and a perfect pass. Leads cut down to 1. Once again, Okura at the controls. Swings it. Saiz, extra pass. Okasabe. Still looking for a better shot. Okura left wide open. In and out. Yeah, the shot inside the paint. Here comes John once again. Gets denied. The super scorer. Nobody can stop Keisei Tominaga. Yeah, it's his first bucket. Saiz likes to orchestrate. Suddenly, launching a three. No. 1 out of 3 now from deep. Ishuto Ando. John to the wing. Tominaga gives it up. Wow! Look at that forced shot. But nothing is a forced shot for Tominaga. He said there was some contact, but nonetheless, drains that 3. And it's now a 4-point advantage for the home squad at 9-5. And he's still talking to the referees about that possible foul. Open 3. Okura all day to shoot. Comes up short. Rossiter, offensive rebound. That was against 2. Rossiter tries to look for his teammates. Trying to set up another one. Goes inside. Saiz. First basket for Saiz. First assist for Okasabe. Quick substitution here. Brandon Davis will check in. I think more than anything else, yes, ALVARK Tokyo wants the victory, but they want to make sure that they keep all their players sharp. Nice look there at Coach Adomaitis. Some pressure in the backcourt, and they call it off. Dwight. Season opening. A little bit too strong there, not offensive Rebound is going to get tipped. John being extra aggressive here today. Wanted to end the season strong.
ファーストファウルチームセカンド。メンバーチェンジ東京5番中村。
Well, there was a swipe. That's on Davis, his first personal foul. Now the second team foul here in Tokyo. Nakamura will check in. Tominaga once again. That was a very difficult shot and he almost made it. Trying to spread the floor. Here's Rossiter. First shot, not going to work. First rebound here for Dwight. And he'll bring it down quickly. To the wing. Jones for three. In and out. Shimatani got to that first. A lot of offensive rebounds here for both these teams. John, no. Short there. Rossiter, another board. Maybe not as high scoring today as yesterday. Not a good pass. Well, the defenses have been tough here for both these squads. John, push shot. Pushed it a little bit too strong. Up and down basketball, but not too many points being scored here. It's still at 9-7. That was a kick. Shot clock. We'll go back to 14.
Number 29, Max Kisatake.
Max Isatake will check in here for the home squad. Max, a fan favorite because this young man is super athletic. Gets things done on both ends. Defensively, I mentioned, also offensively, he's a juggernaut. Another turnover. So far, only the second turnover for ALVARK Tokyo. LEVANGA HOKKAIDO with one. Short there. John gets denied. Good defense there by Brandon using those long arms. He's listed at 6'10", but he's got a 7-foot wingspan. Another poor pass by Davis. They go to the wing. Secondary break, and it's Max Isatake. Back to a 4-point lead, and right now, ALVARK Tokyo says, let's stop this momentum. After that quick timeout, let's see. Uh-oh. Second foul there on Shimatani, but he also made contact with the face. Quickly went over to apologize. That's Marcus Foster. Gives his thumbs up, but he's obviously still not okay. And it looks like they're going to review this one. Maybe with an unsportsmanlike foul here. Let's see what transpired. Ooh, they clashed heads. But that was inadvertent. I think that should just be a regular foul. Actually, that hurt both players. Let's see what they decide. Just a regular foul, as expected. Nothing untoward there. Shimatani, though, will have to be replaced with his 2 early fouls.
Member change, Levanga Hokkaido, number 12, Ichiba Shuto.
Coming in is Shuto Ichiba. That's him there. Ichiba is a youngster at 23 years old.
Tokyo ball is right.
Coach Lobil talking about the fact that, see, I told you, just a regular foul. You don't have to waste our time. But, you know, the officials wanted to make absolutely sure. Jumper from the wing will rim out. Another rebound there by John. He's done a very good job. And they go right back to Keisei. Keisei! And that's why he's in the national squad, because this guy is virtually unstoppable. He's got every move that you can find in the book, and I think he's trying to invent a few more. Watch it once again. Gets past the defender and just flips it through. Tominaga is actually 6th in terms of scoring here in the B-League. He scores at a scorching 19.3 points per game. ALVARK's Shohei Kikuchi is retiring this season, so this will be his final game, whether he plays or not. Stepping on the baseline, they say the sideline, check that. Another turnover, that will be turnover number 4 for ALVARK Tokyo. Only 1 turnover for Hokkaido. Nice find inside. That was a breakdown in defense. John now with 4 points and an assist here for Ichiba. And the lead is now at 9, at 16-7. Ooh, almost a similar play. Defense good to react. You look inside once again. That was so similar. Rossiter on the board now. Good pass there from Davis. Tominaga once again. Gave up the dribble. We're going to give it right back to him, and sticking too close. That's a foul. That will be the first. Here on Fukuzawa. But that will put them in the penalty though. Kohei Sekino will check in for the first time. Kohei usually a starter here for Coach Lobil, but today he's a spitfire coming off the bench. Long shot, that was actually a Hail Mary. Kikuchi now will check in. That's not the Kikuchi who is retiring, that's Hiroto Kikuchi, number 6. The Kikuchi that's retiring is number 13, Shohei Kikuchi. Ichiba will stop, pop, and hit! It's now a 10-point advantage at 19-9. Boy, Levanga Hokkaido wants to end this season on a high note. There's another turnover. Extra pass. That's going to mean free throws. You like the patience being shown here by the boys in green. You only do want to dribble into traffic. Marcus Foster with a mistake there. Zach Baranski will check in now.
クォーターチームファウル
The
を続ける
veteran.
ためフリースロー2ショットが与えられます。
Baranski's 33 years old, standing 6'4". He really adds stability come off the bench for his squad. And now here comes Kai Taves. Kai Taves usually a starter. But I think Coach Adomaitis wants to make sure that everybody gets enough playing time. The playoffs begin this coming Thursday. Lead is now 11. Make that 12. Approaching the 2-minute mark of quarter number 1. You can see the frustration there in Marcus Foster. Baranski can hit this and does. That is firepower coming off the bench. They needed that one. Kikuchi tries to answer back, no. I will bring it up. Not in any rush. They know they can overhaul this lead. They know they can chip away. Open 3. Bang. First basket for Foster. And just like that, a 12-point lead cut in half. It's down to 6. But that foul will send Levanga HOKKAIDO once again to the free throw line. Oh, that was clearly a foul. Quite sure why they're complaining. Jumper. Drops for Ichiba. That's a quick contribution coming off the bench. Already with 4, now with 5. Possibly 6. Once again, Coach Lobel looking up at the clock. Again, even he wants to make sure his players are fresh because he needs a strong finishing kick. Kai calling out the play. Ichiba all over him. A little bit more comfortable at 8. I go to the wing. Can't find any space there. Wing. Jones for 3. In and out. Duty foul going to be called by Kikuchi, just stopping the clock. That's a smart foul. That's only their 3rd. That's his 1st. And they still have 1 more foul to give. Now they can set up their defense. They've been doing quite a good job defensively. They've limited ALVARK Tokyo to just 15. Well, similar to what happened yesterday, they had a very good first period. But they went on to lose the basketball game there. Attack in the interior, no! They blew the layup. And an opportunity here. Sekino says will hold for the final shot. Difference of a 1.5 seconds between the clocks. They can go the final 5 seconds using the pick. Almost lost it. Max will give it up. Uh-oh. This might hurt. Yes, it does. Late turnover. Easy basket for Okasabe. And our first quarter is done. And it's 23-17 in favor of Levanga HOKKAIDO. Second quarter underway. Welcome back to the Hokkai Kita Edu.
0番デビス
They might have to rule that final turnover there.
21番ハール
Should have been a solid 23-15 lead.
ワンショットが与えられます
And now with an early basket here. That lead got down even further. It's down to 4. Could be 3. First personal foul on John. Finally they clear. Running out the play. Let's see it unfold. Kikuchi asking for balance. John will go inside. It's a high-low.
ファウル東京75番大阪部ファーストファウルチームファースト
They worked that so well. That was a timing play. Nothing Okasabe could do. Picks up his first personal. First team foul on ALVARK Tokyo. Nice basket inside. That will give them a little bit more breathing space. First basket for Kevin Jones. He's been looking for his points even early in quarter number 1. High Taves
3番テイス
comes away with a basket inside. Now starting to heat up himself. Cuts that lead down to 4. John so far had a solid game. Very quickly, a minute gone in the second period. Jones turns around. No. That was a tough shot. And we bring it down. It's down by 4. Looking for space once again. We look inside. Foul would be called off that switch. Nothing Oshino could really do
北海道14
but
番
foul.
星野ファーストファ
Not
ウル
wanting
チ
to
ー
give
ム
up
セ
the
カンド
quick basket.
メンバーチェンジ
Watch it here. There's a switch. And there's the foul right away by Hoshino.
東京9番安藤11番サイズ
So right now, Coach Lobil opting to switch everything as super scorer comes back in, Tominaga. I thought they would have started the second quarter with him. They needed scoring.
アウトオブバウンズ東京ボール
That they say is off Tominaga. They send it in. Getting away for 2. Wow. That was a breakdown in defense. Again, Shuto Ando, you have to respect his outside shooting. He can drive to the basket just like what he showed there. Leads down to 2. Fast battle. I get inside. That's a nice pass. John scores. Very good scoring day so far for John Harrer. Now with 6. And the lead is back up to 4. But that 12-point lead has all but been erased. That's a good stop there. John will push. Go to the wing. It's a 3-on-1 break. That's what happens when there's poor transition defense. We quickly back up to 6. We're having a game of runs here once again. Saiz back after being a starter. Yeah, solid 3. Well, that's what Foster can do. That's his second shot from long distance. Right, Ramos tries to answer back Kent.
アウトオブバウンズ東京ボ
Stepping
ー
in
ル
the baseline there.
メンバーチェンジ
Going out of bounds, Russ.
22番ロシタ
Kevin Jones.
2番大倉メンバーチェンジレバンペドnumber 25
Rossiter is back. Max is back. Looking at the box scores here for Levanga Hokkaido. Unfortunately for them, they don't have their super import. Jalil Okafor. Okafor is good for at least least 15 points, possibly 20. Boy, he dribbled, he set up, waved at the crowd, and there was nobody in sight to stop that three. Well, that poor defense will now set up a tie here. Deadlocked at 29. Double team there on his attack. Max inside. Was looking to slam it forward. Lost control. He was fouled. Watch it here. Looking for a highlight play with Max. Whoop, and it's a good thing. Well, it's a good thing for ALVARK Tokyo. He wasn't able to get a proper handle on that one. That would have been a big slam. Zach Paransky back now on the floor. And he picks up his first personal foul.
Yes.
Defense. 30-29. Split from the line will give them a 1-point lead. That's pinpoint passing. Baranski offline though. And that release, you saw it from our angle here. Tominaga looks to Max. Steps into this one. And because of his high leaping ability, you can't stop him when he's inside the paint. He led back to the line this time for just one free throw. There's Jalil Okafor, who we were talking about. Unfortunately, not able to suit up for the final game here for Hokkaido. He will sorely be missed. Good release from Max. He's got a quick 6 points. Back to a 4-point lead here for the hosts. Two-man game here. Suto Ando's gonna lose it though. With the easy leak out, and Tominaga. Easy touchdown that time. He's in double digits. Halfway through his 19.3 average. ALVARK Tokyo with just too many turnovers. 8 turnovers compared to the 2 of Levanga. Close to another turnover there, but it's going to be a foul called on Max's attack. His first personal foul, third team foul for Hokkaido. Dwight Ramos back. He started out this ball game with a nice acrobatic tip in. And Shimatani's back despite his 2 personal fouls. Well, you gotta use him, and you hope he stays away from his third.
Yes,
Extra free throw there given. Now, after being tied at 29, it's a 7-point lead enjoyed here. Now Tokyo with the ball.
defense.
Nice hand up by Rossiter. Rossiter free in the wing. Almost another turnover, but this time they say too much contact from Jones. That will be the second on Jones. So that will be the 4th on Hokkaido. That will put them in the penalty. We'll check that his first. But that's the 4th officially for Hokkaido. And they say he was going to the basket. That shouldn't be free throws. There, that's a
失
good
礼し
call.
ました。
That was not
エ
in
ン
the
ド
act
ス
of
ローイ
shooting.
ンでリスタートとなります。エンドスローインからのリスタートです。
Now let's see if they try to go inside that paint and have something going towards the basket. They put up a jumper and it works.
3番テイクス。
Well, it does because that is Shuto Ando. That's his second from three. Got a total of 8. Max inside. Kicks it out. Dwight Ramos up and under move. Oh, good defense.
エゴザ
And
ル
they're
おしゃれなの。
apologizing. 4:48 remaining here in quarter number 2. We got a good one on our hands. Final game of the B.LEAGUE regular season. Coming off that official timeout, Dwight Ramos will be fouled. That foul from ALVARK Tokyo will put ALVARK also in the penalty. First personal foul in Foster. So both teams now in the bonus. Dwight Ramos will overshoot. Hisatake! Once again, look at that jump like a pogo stick. He now has 8 points. What a contribution coming off the bench. That is to make up for the lost production of Jalil Okafor. So far, so good. 6-point lead here for Hokkaido. Shuto Ando. Nice look inside. Saiz, first basket. That's a quick pass and a quick shot. Not a good foul there by Shuto. From Inaga, back to the free throw line. You just mentioned the fact that both teams are in the penalty.
Number 21, John Hara.
クォーターチームファウル5つ目のためフリースロー2ショットが与えられま
So
す。
Hara comes back
東
in.
京3番テ
You
イ
see the
ス。
first personal foul called on Shuto.
Yes.
Yes, Casey.
There's a quick steal. Dwight Ramos with a slam. Wow. You don't often see that, but he just came out of nowhere. Dwight Ramos with a big defensive play and the lead back up to 8. They're really trying to send a statement here. Shuto Ando though, left wide open, not able to convert. Inside, another foul. So Foster will head to the line for 2 shots.
レバンガ北海道29番久武セカンドファウル。
You can see the battle going on here
シュートモーシ
inside
ョン中のファウル
between
のた
these
め
two
フリースロー
squads.
2ショットが与えられます。
It's a no-bearing game technically here for Levanga HOKKAIDO, but as far as they're concerned, they need to be able to win this one just to be able to make sure they want a victory to end their season, despite the fact that they're not moving on. John with the board. Finally, he says, we got to clear. And we're going the other way. See, Matane gets away from the defense. Again, just using his blazing speed. That's why he's in the starting lineup. That's why they had to bring him back in, despite those 2 personal fouls. Look at that, just getting past everybody. And a foul will be called there on Rossiter. That was clear. He wasn't happy with the call, but there definitely was contact. Both teams want to talk things over here. We'll be back at the Hawkeye Kita Edu in just a bit. Two free throws coming the way of Ren. They get a shooter's roll on that one. Well, this second quarter has ground to a halt because of all of these free throws. Early penalty by both these teams. But for Hokkaido, it doesn't matter. They're still up. And now up by 9. Just a while ago, we were deadlocked at 29. Big explosion here. Saiz with a push shot. Teardrop works. Sebastian with a quiet 6 points here for his squad. And off once again, Keisei. Boy, you cannot leave Keisei that wide open. He's got 15 points already. Off the switch, it might be better to have both players on him than on one try to release and one make a mistake for a shot. But that was a fishing expedition there, which worked. 2 free throws coming the way of Foster. Well, Dwight Ramos thought he was going the other way. He thought he was going to use the pick. It's going to be the 3rd personal foul in Maxi's attacking. Points now today for Foster. And his attack is back. I guess they say they want to protect this lead here. Heading to the break. Let's see if Max can stay away from his 4th personal foul. Split from the line makes it 46-38. Again, looking for Keisei. Max inside, glides, just comes up short. Pass inside, Sebastian. Couple of moves, no. That was against 3 defenders. Nice put down there, exceptional pass from the corner of his eye. Dwight Ramos saw John was streaking through. Lead is back up to 10. Approaching the 2-minute mark. John almost to the steal. They'll bring it back out. Daves, step back three. That was a wild shot. Referee's now allowing a little bit more contact. Sidestepping move. Blown there though. Max's atake. Stays with it. John Harrer can't believe he missed. Some of the fans thought he might have traveled 1-2. Well, it looks good. Just didn't look smooth. Foul there by Rossiter. So far, a good gamble here for Coach Lobil. Keeping his atake in. He got that offensive rebound. He's on the line for 2 shots. A minute 51 remaining in this one. Another free throw for Max. He's got a very good release. Increases that lead once again, and Max is coming out. Here comes Jones. So actually, he just tried to give Jones an extra spell. So now, Jones will finish out the final 2 minutes of this one. That's very good management of players from Coach Lobil, especially without Jaleel Okafor. They got the lead too. Extra pass. Zach Baranski, that rims out. Another offensive rebound. Davis. Rossiter was asking for it inside. And finally they score. Looks like Dwight Ramos is hurt. There's a little collision there between him and Baranski, I believe. There was the contact. Dwight unaware that Zach was there setting that pick. He's got to feel that tomorrow. He'll be replaced. He looks a little shell-shocked at the moment. Almost a clash of heads. I think it might have been the head to the shoulder. Oh, they're going to review this one. That's quite surprising. Because that was a solid pick set up there by Baranski. Just so happened that the shoulder would make contact on the collision. I feel just, again, a regular foul. But again, let's see which angle they're looking at. Here he is. Comes down. There's the pick. Now the question is, did he lead with the shoulder a little bit? And did he move forward? That could have been it. Actually, if you also look at it, Ichiba gave a little shove to the back that set Baranski reeling in to Dwight Ramos. Here's the call. So they're going to say no foul?
ゲーム再開はレバンガ北海道ボールからリスタートとなります。
So they're going to say it's an illegal pick. Dwight is able to earn another possession for his squad. Again, Tominaga sets up Ichiba. Bang! Their offense is running so smoothly. Talking about Levanga HOKKAIDO. Back up to 11.
ゲ
Davis from deep, no.
Levang.
Nice rebound by Tominaga. The backcourt, gets it past the timeline. Might want to attack here. Up against Rossiter. That's a dangerous pass. It's picked up and slammed through on the other end.
エゴザルタイムアウトレバンガ北海道
And now a timeout will be called here. Final 40 seconds of our second quarter. Coach Lovell wants to score here. He knows just how capable ALVARK Tokyo is. Another breakdown. And that was a very well run play once again. That's a goaltending violation, and Davis leads back to 11. You can see a little bit of frustration on the face here of Marcus Foster. Another breakdown. You look for Foster off the curl. That might be an offensive foul. It is. Dwight Ramos has gotten 2 offensive fouls called.
オフェンスファウル東京5番中村セカンドファウルエゴザルタイムアウトレバンガ北海道
Big collision there. And a foul will be called on Nakamura. Because that collision, a lot of slick portions on the floor. Now a timeout will be called. Again, Coach Lovell wants a score here from his squad. Final 14 seconds. Hokkaido wanted to make sure this one counts once again. They get it to Casey. Tominaga. Tominaga's gonna put up a prayer. Bang! What a shot there from Tominaga. Watch it once again. We gotta look at this in the replay. You just go to him, clear the floor, and let him operate. What a shot falling away. The officials are going to review this one just to make sure it counts, but it does count. Watch it here. Off the switch. Again, Shuto Ando. Ando was all over him. It's a better angle of just the level of difficulty. And it didn't matter. Tominaga swishes that one through.
2025-26シーズンレバンガ北海道専属チアダンスチームパシスタスピリッツ、続いては今シーズン最後のハーフタイムパフォーマンスです。今シーズンも皆様からたくさんの応援、そしてご声援ありがとうございました。ハーフタイムラストパフォーマンス、感謝の気持ちをたくさん込めてお届けします。パシスタスピリッツメンバーはアルサイリサMe Sion Sakurako Suzuka Hiyami Hinata Komaki Miyu Assistant Spirit. Thank you, Persistent Spirits! 今シーズンラストになりますハーフタイムスペシャルダンスパフォーマンスでした。 そして先日リリースがございました今シーズンでアシスタスピリッツを卒業するメンバーミユ綾瀬
Thank you for the wonderful performance.
ではここでパシスタスピリッツからのお知らせです。5月30日土曜札幌サンプラザホールでパシスタスピリッツ2025-26シーズンファン感謝祭みんなの心をパシスタしちゃうぞ、こちらの開催が決定しました。初のチケット制イベントとして開催します。ぜひ2025-26シーズンの締めくくりとして心をパシスタされに来てください。詳細は随時公式ホームページ SNS をチェック。ぜひパシスタスピリッツと一緒に楽しい思い出を作りましょう。たくさんのご来場お待ちしています。
リソナグループ B リーグ2025-26シーズン池田暖房工業プレゼンツレバンガ北海道対アルバルク東京にご来場いただき誠にありがとうございます。ここで B リーグパートナーをご紹介いたします。リソナグループ B リーグ2025-26シーズン B リーグトップパートナーソフトバンク B リーグタイトルパートナーリソナグループ B リーグイノベーションパートナーインフロニアホールディングス B リーグパートナーズ日本生命 TIS リライブ B リーグサポーティングカンパニーズモルテン朝日新聞日本経済新聞社大塚製薬野村工芸社 EY ジャパンエニタイムフィットネスストライクスポーツデポロックアイスふるさとチョイスボルツ日清食品 DNA B リーグサプライヤー&ST ホールディングス B リーグコミュニケーションパートナー LINE ヤフーB リーグスポーツ振興&レフリーサポーティングパートナースポーツくじウィナー B リーググロースパートナー電通
世界最大室内 DX ゴルフ空間 The イーグルゴルフ、ただいま会員募集中。全打席にカメラと弾道計測器トラックマンを設置。練習に確信を、スイングに確信を。 The イーグルゴルフ。
クラウンに挑戦することを選んだ。そして4つのスタイルが生まれた。4つのクラウン、あなたへ。
札幌定山渓に新たな時が流れ始めます。ただいま送迎バス運行中。正月グランドホテル。
北海道最大級のファッションイベントアップティープレゼンツ札幌コレクション2026スプリングサマーが5月17日札幌コンベンションセンターで開催いたします。 フルーツジッパーの櫻井優衣さんをはじめ、恋愛リアリティショー出演でブレイク中の長濱ひなさん、アーティストとして一種など超豪華な出演者が勢ぞろい。開催後は毎回 SNS でも大きな話題となる注目のイベントをあなたも会場で見届けてみませんか。チケットは現在好評発売中です。詳しくはアップ P サスコレ 2026SS で検索。
エゴゼルタイムアウトアルバルク東京。22番ロシター。17番ポスター。
You're enjoying the highlights right now from the first 2 quarters of play. Solid start by Levanga Hokkaido. They opened up a lead of as much as 12 points in the first quarter, and they've never looked back. Though things were tied at 29 in the second period. But again, another late run by the boys in green. Look at this steal here from Dwight Ramos, and he would finish with a big slam. Kai Taves just not in his element here today. Ramos with a perfect dish. And Harrow with a slam. They've just given up too many easy baskets, talking about Tokyo. Well, here a steal and a good finish by Davis. Not the best of shots. Check that, not the best of passes from Tominaga. He knew he made a mistake there. But look at this. What a shot to end the half, to make up for that mistake, and then some. That's why he and Dwight Ramos, the stars here of Levanga Hokkaido. As we take a look at the scoring, scorching clip by ALVARK Tokyo from 2 at 69% as compared to 53%. And these teams also shot the same, essentially from 3. The big difference? More free throws for Levanga Hokkaido. They were able to get 13 out of 15 for 86%, only 4 out of 7 for Tokyo. That's where the difference lay. And at the same time, just too many turnovers for ALVARK Tokyo. 10 turnovers as compared to just 3 for Hokkaido.
見事ベストパフォーマーに選ばれた方にはランチビュッフェにご招待。それではパチスタと一緒にレッツダーン。
They're your scoring leaders, Tominaga with 18. Just one off his average. Hatter with 10. In foul trouble though, he's attacking with 3. That will be critical. There's Max's attacking your screens. Because he essentially is taking the place of Jalil Okafor, who is unavailable today. Let's now take a look at the leading scorers for Tokyo. 8 apiece for Ando and Foster. The lead scoring there. Saiz got 6, Rossiter with 5, Davis with 4. Max Izatake, one of the leading scorers for his squad, with 9. We're set for the second half.
ゲームが後半スタートいたします。みんなレバンガビクトリーの準備はできてるか。たどり着くまで全力応援よろしくお願いします。
Welcome back to the HOKKAIDO as we welcome you to the second half. Final half of the season for Levanga Hokkaido. They have a winning record though. They're right now at 36 and 23. Want to finish at 37 and 23. ALVARK Tokyo at 41-18, and they will head to the playoffs, which begin this Thursday. Jones with a jumper, a little bit too strong. Now let's see if Tokyo can start whittling their way back into this ball game. Down by 14, entering the second half. Okasabe kicks it out. Saiz for 3, yes! Inside, outside basketball. Saiz with 9 points. That's a good start for ALVARK Tokyo. They look inside, the pass a little too strong. They give it right back. Jones! And another assist here for Dwight Ramos. Ramos has been playing exceptional basketball. He's filling in the stat sheets. $59-46. Marcus with the jumper, no. Nice rebound by Jones. And it's a super score once again. Let's see what Tominaga has up his sleeve. Ooh, Jones with a spin. Misses there though. Rossiter will go in. That's what you have to do. Attack Tominaga defensively. Casey will pick up a foul, his first. You gotta make him work on both ends. Quick seal. And there are the moves. Okasabe says, doesn't matter. I'm gonna make the free throw. And there's a cow. There are cows all over this place. Hokkaido, well known for their milk production. 2 free throws there for Okasabe. He's got 4 points. So cut the lead down to 11. John will get it back. Sends it over. Dwight Ramos attacks the interior. Finds John once again. Crisp passing. Oh, John should have taken that shot. That's going to be a foul again on Tominaga. Quick 2 fouls. Nice bewildered look on his face. Let's see it once again. 59-48. Inside, Saiz with a slam. An exceptional start here to the third quarter. Coach Lobil beside himself there, screaming at his boys, and now calls for this timeout. Back to the action, coming off that timeout. They look for Tominaga, he looks for Jones. Good passing, Dwight Ramos for 3, back on that one. Rossiter with the board, and they're looking to come even closer. They've cut the lead down to 9, looking to make it 7, or even a 6 with a 3 here. Rossiter will attack. Perfect pass, 3-point play in the offing. Looking to get 3 points the old-fashioned way. That's been a combination. Tokyo fans have been seeing for quite a while. Rossiter going over to the high flyer Saiz. Saiz is actually 10th in terms of scoring at 17.3 per game. And aside from that, he also is 6th in terms of blocks at 1 per contest. Tominaga. Who's going to get it back? John holds on to it. Goes strong and scores. But they're going to say it's a charge. They're going to take the points away.
オフェンスファウル、レバンガ北海道21番ハーラー、セカンドファウル、チームフォース。
Kasabe got there. John not happy with the call. Looks like a correct one though. And again, the visitors with a chance to come even closer. Leads down to 6. They try to go high. John with the steal. Sends it forward. Jones. Easy slam. That's another turnover there for ALVARK Tokyo. And it's a live one. 11 turnovers for ALVARK. That has been the main story here today. They set up Ryan. Goes back. Marcus for 3. Yes. He's a dead shot from there. He's got 11 points. And the lead's down to 5. Marcus Foster's 3-point percentage is close to 40%. 39.5, which is 9th best overall. Another rebound there by Ryan. Off the miss. Trying to go inside. Saiz scores. That was against 3 players in green shirts. Sebastian now with 16 points. 14-point lead erased. ALVARK Tokyo doing everything right here. Here comes Max. They need his energy. They need his rebounding. They need his defense. Well, they really need Jalil Okafor, who is unavailable today. Tominaga. Tominaga, fall away shot. Force that one up. Here comes Ryan. He'll be fouled. Not a good foul there by Hokkaido. They're in the penalty. They're in the penalty with so much still remaining. 5:47. You want to make it tough, but at the same time, you don't want to foul. Which they did there. Free throws coming up. There you have Kikuchi at the back. Unavailable for today, but he said he's calling it a day. But Shohei Kikuchi, wearing number 13. Well, let's see. He might be available for the playoffs. But this would have been his regular season finale. Leads down to 1. Hokkaido's only just scored 2 baskets to begin the third. They scored 4 points, 17 points put on the board here by ALVARK Tokyo. What a strong run. Second personal foul going to be called on Kasabe. And again, he's done a great job on Tominaga. Max gets it over to Ichiba. Ichiba, no. Looked like he was of 2 minds there. Not a good foul by Dwight Ramos. What is he thinking there? I think it's only now he's realizing they're in the penalty. That's 2 free throws. And again, Marcus all the way down on this end.
超えているためフリースロー2ショットが与えられます。
There really wasn't anything he can do offensively. But now you're going to give him 2 shots. No, that's going to be a foul on Max Hisatake. His 4th. And now a chance for ALVARK Tokyo to take the lead after being down by 14 entering this quarter. Marcus will come up short though. This for the tie. It's been quite a while, but we now have the score knotted at 61. Bayashi will come in. Yuki Bayashi, the 23-year-old. Now, Coach Lobel having to go deep into his bag of tricks because Hisatake is in penalty. Bayashi is 6'8". He's got a lot of ceiling, not too much experience though. That 3 not gonna work. Last touch by John. Tominaga forced that one. Nice smile there by Coach Lobel. But he's steaming inside, that's for certain. Trying to work inside, work against the youngster, and Rossiter got what he wanted, the foul. Actually didn't see that much there from the youngster, but Kibayashi will be called for his first personal foul. And some more free throws. The lead has now switched over to ALVARK. Bring the lead up to 2. Coach Adamaiti says, now we've gotten the lead. Let's take full control of this one. What a big turnaround in the 3rd. Dwight Ramos kicks it out. Ichiba short. Another rebound by Rossiter. Rossiter now in double digits. He's got 11 points, 10 boards. Not to mention he has 4 assists. Here he is once again working on the youngster. Couple of moves. He misfired though. Nice rebound by John. John showing us some nifty dribbling. Foul though will be called.
Number 6, Kishi Hirito. Tokyo 0番デイビス、5番中村、9番安藤。
Past the halfway mark of the 3rd. Chito Ando's back. That'll add more firepower, especially from deep. Okura has registered his 3rd foul. 2nd team foul for Tokyo. The youngster with a jumper, yes! Kibayashi showing us he's got a finger or 2 up his sleeve. Okafor loves it. We're tied at 63. Sebastian once again trying to work on the youngster. Kobayashi did his job there. But a foul is going to be called. Yu not happy. Looks like he let that one go. It will be good to see this one. Will it be enough to challenge? Oh, there wasn't much there. There wasn't much there. What a disappointment here of the hometown fans. Sebastian Saiz back on the line. He'll misfire though. for the lead once again. A little bit too strong. Still all square at 63. Yu finds Kikuchi. Ramos up high. Now they got to make their move. Shot clock down to 7. Here's Ramos inside. Tries to go to the corner. A live turnover here. Looking for the secondary break. It's inside. And a foul will be called on Kikuchi. What patience shown by ALVARK Tokyo there. They could have hoisted the easy 3, looking for the 2 inside or some free throws. Kevin Jones in. See if he can give them some more points. Kibayashi out. That's a better free throw coming here from Sebastian. Sebastian Saiz, standing 6'9", 31 years old, hailing from Spain. Makes good on both. Now a 2-point lead by ALVARK. That's a good reply. That's what you need. Now they're just staying in step. But they're definitely disappointed about the fact that their 14-point lead is just all but dissipated. Traveling will be called. John liking it. Saying it's about time. John will attack. That's 2 free throws now here for Hara. He saw a local in front of him and just took him to school. Actually just ran him over. It's like Nakamura wasn't even there. Second there for John. And now it's a 1-point lead for the home squad. Here comes Kai Taves. Has not had a very good game so far. Let's see if he can make up for some of those earlier miscues. The outside Davis with a handoff. Ends up with Kai. Davis will have to force this one up. That's good defense, just better offense. Seesaw battle we have here. 6 points in the contest now for Brandon. They look inside Jones. Tries to make his move. Short on that one. Jones gets it back. And the flip works. 8 points here for Kevin. And they get the lead right back. Let's see what Kai Taves can try to do. There's a big collision there. Kikuchi's down. Well, the question is, who's the foul on? Referees have not made the signal yet. Now they're saying it's a foul on Kikuchi. Now because of earlier foul trouble, Hokkaido has been in the penalty since the 5:47 mark. We're going to send ALVARK Tokyo to the line. More free throws. There's Ryan staring right at you and says, yes, you. Thanks for watching. A minute 40. Still to go here. And now a 1-point lead enjoyed by the visiting Tokyo squad. We'll go to John Apai. Kikuchi will go to Jones. And again, big action. High-low play. And only that foul will put Tokyo in the penalty. Again, look at that timing pattern. I think Kai could do there. So now with 127, both teams now in the penalty. ALVARK also there. Jones floater gets the roll. Had to put that one up quickly. #69. They look to Davis. Davis up against the much smaller Tominaga. Comes up short. Tominaga will pick up that board and he wants to look to score here. That's for certain. Goes to John. John inside. And John eventually scores. 13 points now for Harrer. 40 seconds remaining in the third. They set up Davis. Davis with a jumper. Yes. Davis now in double digits as well with his 10 points. We're going to have an exciting fourth period. That is for certain. Tominaga from deep. No. John offensive rebound and a big slam. And he flexes his muscles as well. Shot clock's off. Final 13 seconds of the third. This is the final game of the regular season for the B-League. Not a good pass. John tracks it down and not a good foul. Absolutely not a good foul. Jen should know a little bit better. That's Jen Hiraiwa. Talk about a double black eye. They came up with a turnover and now they're going to give free throws. Three-point lead here for Hokkaido. Could be more. John makes the first. 2.6 remaining here in the third. Second on the way. It's a miss. One heave from the side. Harmlessly off the board. And 3/4 are done here. The Hokkai Kita Edu. And it's a 4-point lead enjoyed by Hokkaido. Heading into the fourth. Final quarter for Levanga Hokkaido for the 2025-2026 season. Final quarter here in the elimination round for ALVARK Tokyo because they have qualified for the playoffs. Sekino with an early foul. That's what you have to avoid. Early fouls in the first 2 minutes. Seiya Ando now with a basket there. Max Kisatake is back. Two free throws will cut the lead down to 2. Let's see how much Max can actually help his squad here. Playing in borrowed time, Sominaga scores. He now is at his average. To be technical, past his average of 19.3. He's going to need to score a lot more if they want to win this ball game though. There is no Jalil Okafor for the boys in green. Ando can't launch. Sekino all over him. Turnover. Sominaga taking his time. Will attack inside. Looking for 3 free throws. Well, he was looking for an extra free throw rather, but not able to hit on that layup. 2 shots from the charity stripe. Keisei, sudden burst of speed. Jen is going to be replaced after 2 quick fouls. He has not really been able to contribute to his squad here. Zach Baranski back. Yes.
Yes!
22 points now for Keisei. Leads back up to 6. That's not a comfortable lead by any stretch. They go back to Davis at the post. He'll put up a jumper and hit. Shooting over Jones. Jones just put up token defense. Davis now with 12 markers. Tominaga wants to take over. Can he? Puts up a hurried 3. Bang! I guess the answer is yes. 82-75. Baranski at the controls now. Finds Ando. Will get it back. Looking for Davis. Sets that pick. They'll go to the wing though. Davis once again. That's a foul. Ishiba didn't need to stick that close. Force him to take the jumper. But you bump into him and you're going to make life easy for Brandon. Ichiba will hit the bench. Back in, Ren Shimatani, the starting point guard. Brandon's on the line. Makes the first. Important free throws here. So can both. He's got 14 points. Now starting to come alive in the final quarter. Another D3. That one doesn't work. But Jones is there. His putback not going to drop. Nice rebound by Brandon. They will push. Brandon running the floor. That's a smart play coming from Shuto. Running alongside Brandon, the defense wasn't sure who to stick with. And there was the penalty and the foul. Ando was hoping he'd get the shot to drop. 3 personals on Shimatani, 3 fouls on Hokkaido. Again, if you're just joining us, a game that Tokyo needs to win to give themselves a chance of home court advantage next week when the playoffs begin. They're playing for something. 12 points now for Shuto. Levanga is playing for pride. They want to win their final game of the season right here in front of their fans. Can they do it though? Active hands defensively again by Ando. Dwight Ramos back. John is back as well. This might be the finishing lineup already for Coach Lobil. He's given Dwight heavy minutes. Tominaga again. Foul will be called. So Fukuzawa will pick up his second personal foul, third rather. Second team foul for Tokyo. Very happy with the contributions there was Coach Dinus. And he sends in his lead defender, Okasabe. Kisatake inside. That'll rattle through. And a foul to boot. Max playing outside of himself here. He likes it. Well, he attacked. That's a good attack because he was only up against Zach Baranski. Baranski is tall at 6'4", but Shizatake is 6'7". And he's got exceptional leaping ability. Second foul on Baranski, third team foul on Tokyo. Only the second missed free throw shot here for Max. Leading fire. Okasabe for 3. Backrooms that one. Big rebound by Max. Shimatani. Shimatani gets away. They're saying that wasn't going to count anyhow. But again, you like the way he pushes. That foul just might be the 4th foul of Tokyo. Look at the value of Max. Going high up for that rebound. So with 7:03 remaining in this contest, ALVARK Tokyo in the penalty. Dwight will not launch early. They want a good possession here. Deep 3, no. That's a second deep 3 missed by Keisei. They look inside. Trying to get the final foul of Hisatake. Nothing really Max could do. And Brandon realizes it. ALVARK realizes it. That's why they're going to him inside the paint. John finds Dwight. Back to John. John power dribble. And he lost it. Ryan Rossiter inside. He needed to do the power dribble and get into the body of the defender. And here's Rossiter making sure there was contact. He knows he's going to head to the line for 2 shots. Second personal foul on Dwight. Rossiter gets his squad closer. Tominaga saying, come on fans, final 6 minutes. Let's let ALVARK Tokyo hear it. And the fans contributed to that one. Flipping the line. Lead still 2. Dwight Ramos. An attack here. Up against Marcus. Elevates? No. We're gonna look inside. Okasabe! Boy, that's a sorry miss. Not the best of passes there by Dwight. That was telegraphed. Rossiter asking for the clear out. Max with a steal. Ramos in the open court. Gets blocked from the back. Approaching the halfway mark of the 4th. Sebastian is back. So is Ichiba. Ichiba looking for Dwight Ramos on the curl. So they're gonna rest Casey. That's not a good foul. Both teams are now in the penalty. We're gonna have a free throw shooting contest here to end this battle. And John now on the line for his first. You saw that one. Too strong. Well, making these free throws, that's all in the players. The coaches have set them up properly. Converts in a second. 85-82. Marcus. What was John thinking? His team's in the penalty. Not to mention, Marcus picked up the ball. Wasn't going to attack. The dead shot is back. Shuto Ando. And I think after the timeout at the 5-minute mark, so will Tominaga. Ooh, missed free throws now here. One from John a while ago. Now, one from Marcus. Split from the line. He's got 13 points. Cuts the lead down to 2. One possession before the break. Dwight Ramos sets himself up. Puts up a deep 3. No. That was tipped. Got a brand new 14 to work with, which is now at 7. Ramos once again. Max trying to operate. Elevates and comes up short. Leaking out. Off that kick ball, it will stay here. That's going to bring us to our technical timeout. 4:38 remaining in this one. And Hokkaido climbing on to a 2-point lead. Final 4:38 of the regular season. Shuto Ando. That shot wouldn't have counted even if it dropped. Offensive foul, they say, on Rossiter. Trying to get confirmation on exactly why, but we're still going the other way. They say it's on Saiz. His first. Ichiba. Dwight. Using a pick from Kevin. They go to Kevin inside eventually. Falling away against a double team? No. We stay here. Here comes Casey. 20 seconds later than I expected, but they need a 25-year-old there. They need his points, and they look for him. Well, they're trying to get it to him, but Tito Ando making it difficult. John, two-man game here with Dwight. Dwight falling away for three. No. Look at Harry just battling for that one, but we're gonna say it's John, the culprit. That's gonna mean 2 free throws. Boy, Rossiter looked like he had his arms around John. 2 free throws coming up. And the lead is down to 1. Coach Dinos telling his assistant coaches the play he wants to run. Under 4 minutes in this one. Tied at 85. Could we see an overtime game here to end the season? Tominaga. Tominaga falling away, yes! This guy just cannot be stopped. He's got 27 markers. And back to a 2-point lead here for the home squad. Really trying to battle in their final game here in front of their fans at the Hokkaido Kita-Edu. Marcus from deep, yes! It's now a 1-point lead here for Foster and company. Ichiba. Can't find any space. It's a 3-second violation going to be called there on Kevin. That's a big call. Tokyo wants to talk things over. Coach Dinos wants them to be able to deliver a basket here. Let's see what they drew up during that timeout. Under 3 minutes to be played here. They want to attack Tominaga defensively. Rossiter will bring it closer. Short on that attempt. Still, they've got a 1-point lead. Tominaga will push it forward. John brings it back out. Extra pass. Ichiba didn't want to launch. Ichiba, no. Jones saves it. Here comes Dwight. Dwight Ramos scores only with 6 points, but that was a crucial basket. Gives his squad the 1-point lead as we head into the final 2 minutes. Marcus. That's a breakdown in defense. And again, who do they attack? None other than Tominaga, the super scorer, but not well known for his defense. Back to Tominaga. Trying to make up for his miscue. And again, look at Rossiter now in front of him. There's a double team. Jones, forced shot. But he's going to get fouled. Kevin heading to the line now for 2 shots.
Well,
the referees are going to say they didn't give Jones enough space to land. Two free throws for the home squad and Kevin Jones. Jones now with 10 points. Make that 11. He also has 6 rebounds and 2 assists. For the 1-point lead. Not a problem there for Kevin. 91-90. As we welcome you to the Twilight Zone, the final 2 minutes of this one. The final 2 minutes of the regular season. Shuto. The floater works. Seesaw affair. And it's a 1-point lead once again for ALVARK. Can't find Tominaga. Ichiba will get closer and finishes with the left hand. And there was a foul. It's a basket and 1 opportunity here for the youngster Ichiba. Only 23 years old, but thrust into the fire here. And he's delivering. (93-92). A minute 24 remaining. Still anybody's ball game. But again, ALVARK Tokyo needs a win here to give themselves a better chance of a home court game in next week's playoffs. Ichiba will miss. Lead stays at 1. They go to Marcus. Up against Dwight. They look inside. Inside, outside. Okasabe. They gotta go to one of their imports now. Shot clock's winding down. Taiki takes a 3. Comes up short. Nice tap. Goes to the wrong individual though. Okasabe inside. Up and under move. Makes up for that mixed shot. He's got 6 points. And it's a 1-point lead once again by Tokyo. Heading into the final minute. John gets it to Dwight. They're looking for Tominaga. But they can't seem to get the ball on to him. Dwight will attack. Dwight inside for 2. And a basket and 1 opportunity for Dwight Ramos. What a time for Dwight Ramos to take matters into his own hands. And now a timeout seems like going to be called by Tokyo. Let's double check. There's that incursion by Dwight. Gets past Saiz. So no timeout. Dwight Ramos with the bonus free throw now. Big free throw for Dwight. This is only for a 2-point advantage. It'll be too strong. Lead stays at 1. Sebastian Saiz picked up his 3rd foul. They look for Marcus. Dwight on him. There's a switch. John, much taller but not as quick. Marcus short in that one. Nice tip in. Okasabe at the right place at the right time has come up with huge plays. That's back-to-back baskets by Okasabe, and a timeout will be called here by Levanga Hokkaido as they trail by 1. .6 seconds to go here. 1-point lead for Tokyo. But the ball with Hokkaido. They gotta go quickly. Score as early as they possibly can, just in case they miss. Let's see if they look for Tominaga. They've got to look for Tominaga. They get it to him. Tominaga from deep will attack inside. Up and under move, he scores! 4.3 remaining, and a timeout will be called by ALVARK Tokyo. Who can deny Tominaga a basket? The answer is no one. And he's showing us his up and under move. He says, this is how you do it. Let's watch that once again. What a basket in traffic amidst all the trees. And Tominaga still delivers. This was a shot. That was against 3 imports. That was Rossiter, Davis, and Marcus. Tominaga with 29 huge markers. Can he bring his squad to a victory here in their final game of the 2025-2026 season? Tominaga replaced. That's a good substitution. He is not a good defensive stopper. Tokyo needs a basket here. They need the victory to give themselves a better chance next week when the playoffs begin. They get it inside. Shuto. Layup's not gonna drop. They had the opportunity, but getting the victory and the upset here today. Keisei Tominaga and the rest of Levanga Hokkaido, and they're gonna get a standing ovation, well deserved, as they take down the powerhouse ALVARK Tokyo 97-96. Handshakes all around, and there is your hero, Keisei Tominaga. At the end of the first 3 periods, Hokkaido was in the lead. They were up by 6, up by 14, up by 4, and at the end of the game, they win this one by a single basket. ALVARK will close the season at 41-19. LEVANGA Hokkaido will finish at 37-23. Don't go away as we have the closing ceremony for the B.LEAGUE season for LEVANGA Hokkaido, as we're going to hear from Coach Lobil. Definitely, we're going to hear from Keisei Tominaga and a lot of the players from LEVANGA Hokkaido.
アルバルクファンズの皆さん、頑張れレバンガゴール、本当にどうもありがとうございました。チャンピオンシップ応援しています。頑張ってください。では見事勝利を収めましたレバンガ北海道トーステン・ロイブルヘッドコーチにインタビューです。よろしくお願いします。まずは勝利できた今のお気持ちから教えてください。
Wow, what a great last game of a great season. So I'm very proud of my players, the way they came back from yesterday's little unlucky loss. Now showing up here in this final game in a full house makes me very proud.
まず最後のゲームとしてはふさわしい試合だったんじゃないかなと思ってます。選手たちが本当今日は頑張ってくれました。昨日の試合では少しこの負けてしまった部分があったので、今日はそれから選手たちが頑張ってくれたおかげで今日の勝利がつかめたと思ってます。
昨日のゲームを受けて今日修正した点はありましたでしょうか。
Well, we scored 104 points yesterday, and we had great offensive stats. Normally we win a game by 20 or 30 with these stats, but we were too light on defense, and we changed a little bit the pick and roll defense, but overall we came out with a much different intensity, and that made a difference today.
そうですね、昨日のゲームでも104点取れていて、オフェンスの部分では本当に20点、30点で勝ててもおかしくない試合だったんですけど、ディフェンスの部分で強度だったり、あとピックアンドロールのところを少し修正して、あとは選手たちのそのプレッシャーのディフェンスプレッシャーっていうところが今日は上がって、ディフェンスの部分で今日は良かったんじゃないかなと思います。
さて、今日が今シーズンの最後のゲームでした。結果的に今日の勝利で37勝23敗、素晴らしい成績を収めることができました。今シーズンに関してまず振り返っていただけますか。
Yeah, obviously it's a great record. It's not a perfect result, Of course, the perfect result would be to go to the playoffs, but I think we can be very satisfied as a new team, as a young team, the way we came together. It was a hell of a ride with many up and downs, but I think we have seen a very good team. Now our players get a well-deserved rest, recharge the batteries, and we get back to work to make the next step.
そうですね、成績の部分でも37勝できたことはすごい嬉しいですけど、プレーオフっていうところが来たらなかったので、そこはちょっと悔しいところであります。その分選手たちも1年通してしっかり頑張ってくれましたし、 まだこのチームは若い選手もたくさんいて、1年目っていう感じのまだ新しいチームなので、そういった中でも選手たちだったりスタッフみんな頑張っていただいて、この勝率っていうものが、今シーズン出たのかなと思います。
今日も6000人を超えるファンの方が詰めかけてくれました。今シーズンの俺も含めて一言ファンにいただけますか。
Yes, a big thank you to all the fans coming here again. We had so many games with a full house. Really appreciate your support. Hopefully we could entertain you well. This is a great team. I'm, as I said, very proud, and I'm sure you're proud of them too. So thank you again for all your support through the season. Hopefully we see you again very soon.
そうですね、今シーズン通してたくさんの方が会場に来ていただいて、毎試合本当満員で選手たちにパワーを送っていただき本当にありがとうございました。そのパワーっていうものが選手たちに今シーズン伝わって本当に助けになりました。そしてまた来年もぜひ会場に来ていただいて選手たちの後押し、チームの後押しをよろしくお願いします。
ありがとうございました。トーステン・ロイブルヘッドコーチでした。続きましてはヒーローインタビューです。本日ヒーローに選ばれたのはこの選手です。Number 30、富永啓生。Yep. さあそれでは富永選手にインタビューです。最後しびれましたがナイスゲームでした。
ありがとうございます。
ラストショットまず振り返っていただきたいと思います。1点差というところでのシュートでした。もう周りは大きな外国籍の選手の方がたくさんいたんですけれども、あの時ちょっと振り返ってください。
そうですね、多分たくさんの方々が、スリーポイントを打つんじゃないかと多分思ってたと思うんですけど、それは多分相手チームも一緒で、その中でちょっと自分のところにクローズアウトがハードに来たんで、そこでドライブに切り替えて、最後は、ああいう形でダブルクラッチという感じだったんですけど、そこはディフェンスの判断という感じでした。はい、
あれだけの選手に囲まれてシュートを決めるっていうのはやっぱりもうみんな驚きでこのざわめきが止まらないと思うんですけど、ちょっとなんかポイントがなんかあったら気をつけてることなんかあったらちょっと教えていただけますか。
わからないです。僕も本当にもう本心でというかもう多分体が勝手に動いてああいうプレーが出たと思うんですけど、最後ああいう形で決めきれてよかったかなと思います。
さて今日実は富永選手チームトップの29得点を奪ったんですが、この得点によりまして日本人選手のトップでありました河村勇輝選手2023-24シーズンの 20.9 点に集計では並んだということになります。日本人トップタイということになります。そして1168得点がトップタイということになりました。これを聞いて今のお気持ちどうでしょうか。
そうですね、本当にチームメイトが本当にいいスクリーンをかけてくれたり、自分のためにそうですね、パスをさばいてくれたりと本当に感謝したいですし、これからも本当にオフェンスのところは武器としてもっともっとアグレッシブにいきたいと思います。はい、
そして今年は富永選手にとって初めての B リーグでしたけれども、1シーズン終えていかがですか。
はい、本当にアップダウンがある中でもちろんシーズンを通して苦しい時間帯っていうのもあったんですけど、その中で本当にファンブースターの皆さんと一緒になってこうやって最後60試合戦い切れたことはすごく良かったですし、これからもたくさんの声援をよろしくお願いします。
ありがとうございました。ヒーローインタビューは富永選手でした。今日は池田暖房工業賞があります。冠スポンサーでございます池田暖房工業様より池田暖房工業賞といたしまして賞金10万円が贈られます。プレゼンターは池田暖房工業株式会社代表取締役社長池田薫様です。
パス預かりますね。パス。すみません。お願いします。
池田様ありがとうございました。ちなみに富永選手、今回の10万円は何に使いましょ
う。そうですね、みんなとチームディナーでも行こうかなと思います。
楽しんできてください。では最後に富永選手のタオルにサインを入れていただきます。こちらはビクトリーオークションと題しまして、本日のヒーロー選手のサイン入りオリジナルタオルが手に入るオークションを開催いたします。ビクトリーオークション詳細はレバンガ北海道オフィシャルホームページご覧ください。改めまして本日のヒーローはナンバー30富永啓生選手でした。続きましてロックアイスプレゼンツオンファイヤー賞の発表です。本日最もファイヤーを集めたのはこの選手、ナンバー5ケビン・ジョーンズ。総ファイヤー数は51,333ファイヤー獲得でした。KJ 選手にはロックアイスプレゼンツオンファイヤー賞といたしまして、オフィシャルパートナー回転寿司トリトン様より1万円分のお食事券が贈られます。本日のオンファイヤー賞ナンバー5ケビン・ジョーンズ選手でした。続きましてレブリーズプレゼンツファーストシュートチャレンジ賞の発表です。本日の試合でレバンガ北海道最初の得点選手を当てるイベント、見事初得点はナンバー2ドワイト・ラモス選手です。見事ラモス選手投票していただいた方の中から抽選で選ばれた1名の方にはオフィシャルパートナーレブリーズ様より豪華商品が贈られます。ご当選された方おめでとうございます。本日のファーストシュートはナンバー2ドワイト・ラモス選手でした。続きましてエレガントプレイヤープレゼンテッドバイ大丸札幌店の発表です。本日の試合で最もエレガントなプレーをした選手に贈られる賞、本日のエレガントプレイヤーはナンバー12 1番シュート。第4クォーター終盤ファウルを受けながら決めたレイアップがエレガントでした。市場選手には大丸札幌店でご利用できる商品券が贈られます。本日のエレガントプレイヤーナンバー12市場シュート選手でした。それでは本日のホームゲーム最終戦を終えて2025-26シーズンレバンガ北海道キャプテンを務めましたナンバー5ケビン・ジョーンズ選手より皆様にご挨拶させていただきます。ではケビン・ジョーンズ選手よろしくお願いいたします。
Just want to say thank you for your support throughout the season. Couldn't have had a lot of the wins that we did have and the success that we had this season without you guys' support and help, and I really appreciate it.
まず今シーズンたくさんの応援ありがとうございました。皆さんの応援がなければ、この勝率にもなっていないと思いますし、本当に支えになっていました。ありがとうございます。
We dealt with a lot of ups and downs as a team this year. A couple guys being injured, me including myself, John at one point, and now Jo being out. But I'm proud of the way we stuck together as a team and we found ways to get it done. So I think that was a bigger picture of our season this year. Just find a way to get it done no matter what.
そうですね。シーズン中もたくさんのこのアップダウンがあった中、自分自身もそうですし、ジョン・ハラー選手、 ジャー選手も怪我で離脱することもあったんですけど、その中でもこの選手たち他の選手がステップアップするっていうところが今シーズンの本当チームの良さだと思いますし、そこがこの勝率にもつながったと思ってます。
Like I said, thank you again for all your support, and you know, we don't know what's going to happen next season, but I appreciate this season and the way you guys showed up for us, not only on at home but on the road. So thank you again.
今シーズン本当にサポートありがとうございました。来シーズンもちろんこの同じチームで戦うことはないですけど、本当に今シーズンのこのチームっていうものに対して本当にたくさんの応援でサポートありがとうございました。
ありがとうございました。ケビン・ジョーンズ選手でした。レバンガ北海道に今一度大きな拍手をお送りください。続きまして株式会社レバンガ北海道代表取締役社長折茂武彦よりシーズン終了の挨拶をいただきます。では折茂代表よろしくお願いいたします。
皆さんレバンガ北海道の折茂です。本日、たくさんの応援本当にありがとうございました。今日の試合どうでしたか？楽しかったですか？ありがとうございます。またシーズンを通して本当に皆様方には、たくさんの応援いただき、チームがなんとかホームでは20勝10敗ですね。本当にたくさんの勝利を今シーズンは皆様にお届けすることができたというふうに思っています。残念ながらCS には届かなかったんですけども、チームまた選手フロントスタッフ本当にステップアップしてくれて、頑張ってくれたシーズンだというふうに思っています。来年はぜひ皆様方を CS へお連れするためにチーム一丸となって頑張ってまいりますので、来シーズンも引き続きレバンガ北海道を全力で応援していただければというふうに思います。本当に今シーズンたくさんの応援ありがとうございました。
折茂代表ありがとうございました。続きまして株式会社レバンガ北海道オーナー小川亮よりシーズン終了の挨拶をいただきます。小川オーナーよろしくお願いいたします。
皆さん、レバンガオーナーの小川と申します。本日はですねありがとうございます。はい、ありがとうございます。開幕戦でご挨拶したぶりかなというふうに思うんですけど、私ホーム、アウェー合わせて30試合以上もう現地にお伺いしてですね、オフ会施設か、オーナーなんで言ってるんですけど、現地でもう本当に一ブースターのような気持ちでですね、このシーズン見させていただきました。で、そういう中ですね、本当にまず32点差をひっくり返す広島戦から始まってですね、B リーグ史上最もエキサイティングなゲームから第2節始まって、でそしてホームではですね、仙台戦で関野が頑張ってですねディフェンスをしてラモスが入れて逆転すると、そんなところからですね12連勝まで続いたのがもう本当昨日のようなことですね。本当に嬉しく思っておりました。本当にありがとうございます。はい、いやもうこんな私就任して1年目というところなんですけど、1年目で最高の思い出を作らさせていただいたなと思いますし、その一方で、さっき折茂さんも話してましたけど、CS に行けなかったと、もう地区2位まで上がったのに行けなかったっていうのは本当に悔しいなというふうに思いますし、やっぱりケビン、ハーラー、オカフォーがですねちょっと怪我してしまうというところがあって、少し失速してしまうというところがあって、やっぱり怪我って難しいなと、やっぱスポーツビジネスって難しいなってことを痛感した1年でもありました。そういう中ですね、私が来させていただいて、最初に北エールで見た時のこの声援の数、声を出している数とですね、今日最後の 頑張れレバンガという声のですね、声援の数、もう量がですね、もう3倍ぐらいに変わったんじゃないかなというふうに思って、皆さん本当にありがとうございます。いろいろとおかげさまで今日も多分10点ぐらい皆さんのおかげで落としていただきましたんで、なんとか皆さんと共に戦って勝つことができた最終戦だったかなというふうに思っております。本当に私は、初年度なんでこのチームにすごい思い入れが勝手ながら、生まれてしまってるんですけど、スポーツビジネスの、難しいところでもあるんですけど、やっぱりこのスタートですね、選手たち全員が揃うのは多分皆さんにお披露目するのは多分今日最後になる可能性が非常に高いと、この全員揃うというところでいうと、そうなのかなと。それを常に乗り越えてレバンガはレバンガらしさをキープして日本一を目指していくという形になるのかなというふうに思ってますんで、ぜひですね選手の皆さんにも大きな拍手を送っていただけたらなというふうに思っております。はい、もう悲しいですよね。本当私も悲しいですし、本当に心苦しい、これから判断をですねいろいろあったりとかするかなというふうに思うんですけど、でも、レバンガとしてですね大事にすることとしてレバンガらしい部分を持ちながらしっかりと北海道中の皆さんに元気をお渡しして、それを日本中に届けていくということをですねしっかりとやり続けていきたいなというふうに思いますし、ヘッドコーチが言っているようにですねワークハードというところでしっかりと動いて、そしてファートゥゲザーというところでみんなでやろうと、それがレバンガらしいのかなというふうに思ってますので、しっかりと来年以降もそれは約束をしたいというふうに思いますし、来年はB プレミアになりますので、素晴らしい準備が整ったというふうに思ってますんで、 B プレミア元年しっかりと CS を目指してですね頑張っていきたいというふうに思っております。最後になりますが、本当に選手、そしてブースター、そしてスポンサー、多くの方々に支えられている、レバンガではありますが、本当に多くのフロントメンバー、そしてチアの方々もですね、毎試合毎試合よく頑張ってくれたなと思いますので、フロントの方々にもぜひ拍手を送っていただけたらというふうに思ってます。はい、私はこういう本当温かいレバンガ、そして北海道が大好きで、もう今4分の1ぐらいは北海道にいるような状況になってるんですけど、もう徐々にちょっと北海道にですね身を移しながら北海道経済の成長に少しでも寄与できたらというふうに思いますので、今後ともよろしくお願いいたします。ありがとうございました。
小川アナ、ありがとうございました。では続きましてオフィシャルトップパートナーでございますダイヤモンドヘッド株式会社様へ、これまでのサポートへの感謝を込めましてセレモニーを執り行わせていただきます。レバンガ北海道が最も厳しい時期を迎えていたコロナ禍にオフィシャルトップパートナーを引き継ぎ、本日までの5シーズンにわたりクラブを支えてくださったダイヤモンドヘッド株式会社様への感謝の思いを込めた VTR をお届けいたします。皆様センタービジョンにご注目ください。 ただいまご覧いただいた通り、ダイヤモンドヘッド株式会社様はレバンガ北海道クラブの歴史を共に作り、支えてくださったかけがえのないパートナーです。トップパートナーとしての歩みは今シーズンで一区切りを迎えますが、これからもその関係が終わることはなく、来シーズンもダイヤモンドヘッド様のサポートをいただき、 B プレミアムに臨みたいと思います。今一度ダイヤモンドヘッド株式会社様へ会場の皆様で大きな拍手をお送りください。それでは最後にブースターの皆さんとレバンガビクトリーを行います。本日は選手スタッフ全員でレバンガビクトリー代表して、ステージの上にはキャプテンのケビン・ジョーンズ選手に乗っていただきます。 L のところで右手上左手横に L サイン、ビクトリーのところで V サインを両手で作っていただきます。さあそれでは選手の皆さんはしっかりとケビン・ジョーンズ選手を囲むように大きくレバンガビクトリーよろしくお願いします。これができるのは今日皆さんの応援があってこそです。皆さんもラストです。大きく一緒にいきましょう。お願いします。
Levanga victory!
ありがとうございました。本日のレバンガビクトリーはレバンガ北海道全員でお届けいたしました。ではこの後選手がコート一周を行います。選手とのハイタッチ、コート周辺のお客様限定です。
Now that the ceremonies are over, we have the highlights before we show you the numbers and we close the regular season. But before anything else, let's go through what Tominaga said in his comments a while ago during his interview. He said, first and foremost, I want to thank all the fans that came over, not just today, but all throughout the season. And he said, I thought for the last shot I was going to do three-pointer, but then I deceived them. And I went with my double clutch, which is actually what he did in the paint against 3 defenders. And he said, my teammates were so helpful this season, and that's why I played very well because of their support. And again, before ending the interview, he said, I want to thank all the fans once again who came out all throughout the season, and not just here at the HOKKAIDO, but he wanted to thank all the fans that joined them even on the road. As we mentioned a while ago, Hokkaido won 3 quarters. Here though, was Okasabe, who came up with some big baskets, also came up with some big baskets to end the game, just unfortunately not able to come away with a win. Big slam there, as you can see, coming from Davis. First quarter ended in favor of Hokkaido with a score of 23-17, and they built on that lead because after 2 periods at the halftime break, the lead was now at 14 at 57-43. Dwight Ramos there with a steal and a big slam. Dwight Ramos with big contributions today, and not just offensively but defensively. He was really able to hold his own against some of the world imports. But here, look at this. A poor pass from Tominaga leads to that. And so Tominaga got a little scolding here from Coach Lobil. Would come up big to end the half. Watch this shot. Falling away. Tremendous basket. Well, he does that in practice, and he hit that one in the game here. That would make it a 14-point lead. And then ALVARK Tokyo said, we need to put on the pressure. We need to take this quarter if you want to win the ball game. That's exactly what they did. In fact, they were able to tie things up at 61. What a blast put together here. Because as we mentioned, it was 57-43 to enter the third period. And then it became 61 all. But then they slowly built up their lead once again. And at the end of 3 periods, they were able to hold on. After being last tied at 65, it was 75-71 heading into the final period. When it got into the last 5 minutes, it was so close. Both squads traded baskets. It became a seesaw affair till the very end. And Hokkaido will win this one by 1. 97-96. That's how close it was. And you see the fans really getting into it. Despite the fact that they cannot make the playoffs next week rather. Hatter gave all these fans so much to cheer about. The afternoon really belonged to Levanga Hokkaido. Look at that shot from Tominaga. And this one falling away. There's just nobody that can stop Tominaga when he's on. But Marcos caught fire late. They wanted the victory. They needed the victory to give themselves a better shot at playing at home. But now that they lost, they might have to play away in the playoffs, which begin next week. Up and under move, Asabe would give his squad the 1-point lead there with that shot. And then Dwight Ramos retakes the lead for Levanga Hokkaido with a basket and 1 opportunity. And Asabe gives them a 1-point lead right back with that putback there. And then they go to their main man. And this was the double clutch. Timeout called by Coach Dinus. They drop this play. A miss there from Shito Ando. And a victory for Levanga Hokkaido. Smiles all around, and why not? That's what you want to do. Win in front of your hometown fans in your final game of the season. From 2-point distance, look at this. Tokyo shot better, 64% as compared to 53% for Levanga Hokkaido. They also shot better. From 3-point distance, 41% as compared to 25%. But Hokkaido just took too many more shots, making 11 more from 2-point distance. And that was a huge difference. A lot of turnovers, 16 turnovers for Tokyo, just 8 for Levanga. Some more numbers, as you can see there, 23-9. That is heavily favored in favor of Levanga. Those are the points of turnovers. That is where they made most of their money. As you take a look at the scoring leaders, 29 points for Tominaga, 17 for John, and Kevin will finish with 12 points. 18 points scored here by Saiz, 16 by Davis, and the same output of 16 by Seiya Ando. And that's going to do it for our coverage. We'd like to thank all of you for joining us Next week, the playoffs begin. We'll see you then. Till next week, have a good Sunday ahead. God bless everybody.